All right. Redo. You might have just been watching the other one, but I deleted it for a quick second because after being on Prana's Facebook last week and then some of the stuff I do for the restaurant, I just wanted to make sure I was on my own live feed. And we are. I didn't announce I was doing a yoga class or anything today, so typically though, moving forward, Mondays and Fridays at noon, we'll do just a little bit of breathing and connection, and then Wednesdays I'm on Yoga Oceanside's Zoom feed at 9:30 for a dynamic flow, and Thursdays also on Yoga Oceanside. 9 o'clock on Wednesdays, 10:30 on Thursdays. Wednesdays is a dynamic class, Thursdays is a mellow breath-based flow, and then these Mondays and Fridays will just kind of be really accessible and friendly for all levels, even if you just want to sit in front of your computer or your phone and maybe just work on the breaths with us and really invite some calming and relaxation that way. That is an option too. Cool. So let's go have a seat. I don't know if anyone's watching. Not that I don't care, but this is here for you whenever you want or need it. So if you're on your mats, go ahead and grab a seat. So, welcome. We're going to do some breathing and some sitting and just really connecting with ourselves today. I personally have been feeling all the feels. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. I've been reading a lot of books. I got Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu, and it's called The Way, and it just talks about the way and a lot of these esoteric ideas or spirituality that we experience in our lives. And then I'm reading another book called The Mutant Down Under, and it is about this woman who goes on a walk with these Aborigines, and really just this idea of connecting to self and to nature and tapping into this idea of abundance in this planet and the way it provides for us. And then this morning I did a meditation, and it said, "Seek not for perfection, but wholeness." And I love that idea of wholeness. And in our wholeness, we can be perfect, which is really beautiful. And for me, I am a person that in my nature, I exist, I think, in a lot of like these paradoxical duality kinds of ideas. I'm pretty calm, but I'm also extremely energetic. I'm super compassionate, but I also feel anger. I really love to be home and to root and ground, but I am incredibly adventurous, so not shrinking into any of these different places. I'm a really happy person. I feel a lot of joy, but I do also feel a lot of sadness. And so I just loved the meditation this morning. It was really tapping into being all of that, and it's okay to be all of that. We don't have to be any one thing, and we should embrace our wholeness, the entirety of what we are, and maybe seek out perfection within that wholeness. I think in this time for myself, I've been trying to do too much, and there's been a lot of input. I'm really practicing my ukulele a lot and studying a lot and trying to fill this space with doing instead of being. And I think maybe we're all that way. And so I'm taking this day. We'll teach 30 minutes. We'll do just a few breaths, and then we'll sit again, maybe not even sink into a shavasana. We'll just sit in the beginning with our breaths. We'll move a tiny bit and then sit again and be on our ways today. So let's just really begin to embody this idea of wholeness, of you being perfect just as you are in all of your moods and your fluctuations, and knowing that you can be all those things, both angry and sad, both calm and wild, and all of that is perfect. So let's begin today. Just shut down our eyes and really settle into ourselves. Settle into our feet, our legs, and all the parts of our body that are connected to the mat below us. Let our awareness run through our bellies, up through our side bodies. Let your mind settle into your heart for a moment and feel it beating inside of your chest. The way the heart beats is an act of love for you as it cleanses and pumps and receives your cells in and out. Let your awareness come to your spine as it props you up. This is your pillar of stability within your body. Let your mind run from the root through the lumbar spine up to the cervical spine. Just gently settle into that curve that allows you to be a biped and stand on 2 feet. Bring your awareness to your face, and maybe you smile because you are full of life. You are here, and in that space, you are whole. Bring your awareness to your breath as you breathe in through your nose and expand gently in every direction, through your knees, through your crown, through your back body. And as you exhale, soften and release. Let the shoulders melt down. Let every part of you gently settle into stillness. We'll follow our next inhale with the open mouth exhale. So breathing in through your nose. Sigh it all out. And then come back to fluid inhales and exhales. Finding a softness around your thoughts and around your body. And lifting your hands to your heart center, coming back to this place where we are all whole and complete, exactly as we are in all our moods and all our fluctuations, and just honor whatever that looks like for yourself today, especially in these challenging times where life is full of uncertainty and maybe loneliness or confusion. Know that that too is part of what makes you perfect and beautiful. And we will send this intention of feeling whole out to the greatest and highest good for all. If you'd like to chant me with Om, breathing in through your nose. Bowing your chin to your chest, remembering that this practice is your practice. All my words are suggestions, and any pose that feels good in your body is available to you at any time. Return to the hands to the lap. Inhale into a neutral spine and just drop the right ear over to the right shoulder and hold here. Inhales, lengthen through the neck, and exhales, just release and soften. One more big inhale, lifting, and as you exhale, just gently and slowly move the head through the center and bring the left ear to the left shoulder. Again, holding here, finding length through the side of the neck, and just breathing into that space. Soften as you release. Soften the glutes, soften your belly. On the next inhale, jaw breath in. Lengthen, and again, exhale, pausing with the chin in the center. Creating space through the back body, through the neck. And then inhale into a neutral spine. Let the hands come down to the side. Just bring the feet right out in front of you. Take a bend in your knees, and we'll just lift and open up our hips. So we'll engage our legs, we'll engage our core. We'll really just activate everything kind of through the front and back body, and we'll make, I guess, like an upside down table. So inhale, just lift the hips, really opening through the shoulders. And then release the glutes. Let your head come long behind your body. If it feels good, completely release the head and let your gaze lift up over. Staying with your breath, feeling an opening through the shoulders. And then as you exhale, just gently bring the hips back to the earth. And then we'll move our spine in the opposite direction. So right leg comes in, tucks into the thigh. We'll inhale the arms wide. And exhale, just gently fold over that leg. Checking in, making sure your hands and elbows are even so our back is in alignment. And coming back to this breath, just inhales, gently lengthen through that spine. And as you exhale, using working breath, soften just to release those hamstrings. Inhales again, lift and expand. And every time you release your breath, just soften your body towards the earth. Staying with the idea of wherever you are at today and whatever you are feeling is perfectly okay. There's no goal of perfection in yoga, just a seeking of wholeness within ourselves. Gently engage the core. Walk your hands back towards your leg. And again, opening through that front body, we'll just slide our left leg a little bit out to the side and bring our right hand right back behind our booty off to the right. We're going to lift up again, just opening up the hips in a different kind of way. So pushing through the right knee and the left foot, just lifting the hips from the side. It'll look like this. And then just reach long over your head. Find space through the whole front of the body. Inhale, invite a lightness. And as you exhale, just soften and feel the support of the earth. One more inhale, reach high. And as you exhale, wind your body back to the ground. Bring both the legs in, bend the knees, and maybe just windshield wiper left and right. Just tapping into the movements, kind of how wild it is. All these things our bodies can do. Knees can bend, abdomen changes shapes. The joints and all their functions, and what's happening in our mind for all these functions to happen. Cool, right? Cool. So tuck that left foot into the right thigh now. Just inhale, gently float the arms up. And as you exhale, let your body soften over that leg. This is a great stretch if you feel lower back tension or have sciatica from side to side. It helps really release that, and often our bodies are different side to side, so we do need to feel a release differently in one side than the other. And again, come back to your breath. Finding a relationship between your breath and your body. And really almost using this yoga practice as like a scientific experience to learn different outcomes of what happens when you breathe, maybe differently than you're used to doing. So just invite in these really nourishing breaths, breathing into the space where you feel tension. And if you can today, invite out just a cleansing and a releasing, a really gentle softening feeling with every exhale through your body and also through your mind. Using the breath as a tool to invite awareness. through your physical form. then through that awareness, you can really begin to create long-term positive changes in your body and your mind. Engage that core. Walk your hands back to the legs. Again, slide that right leg a little bit out to the side. And again, we'll do the same thing. And this side might feel different than the other. So right leg is a little angled out. We'll put our right, did I do this side? No, we'll put our, hold on. What did I do, you guys? I'm losing my mind. I don't know. Do the other side. Wherever you were, do the other side. So, right hand stacks back behind the right hip now. Left knee, definitely losing my mind. Left knee rests on the ground because this is the side we did not do. And then lift up. So lift up through the left knee, lift up long through the hips. Oh, that's why it's the left arm behind the left hip. And then let your body be long from the right toes up to the right fingers. You're pushing through the left arm and the left knee, lifting away from the ground. And then just coming back to that balance of softness and power from your breath. Inhales, just lighten through the front body, and exhales, feel a softening. Inhale, lift, and exhale, wind your body back to the ground. And then again, bring those legs in and just let them come long. Shake out the legs. Remove the fleshy parts from under your sit bones and feel yourself propped up. Now engage those legs. I feel like a few of you chimed in right when things got weird. Welcome to life. So legs are strong and engaged. Feet are straight up towards the sky, almost like there's an invisible wall in front of you. Let your shoulders feel stacked above the hips, ears above those shoulders. So often our neck or heads jut forward because we're used to doing this. So maybe consciously whoop, bring that neck back. And then just sit here. Maybe shut down your eyes and come back to your breath. And this is challenging. I know, right? We're just sitting here, but embrace maybe the friction that you feel in your body and breathe into it. Really invite that breath deep into your sit bones. Feel a rooted feeling as the energies of Apana in your body move down. And then the energy of prana moves in and opens and lightens. Prana and Apana are forces within our bodies where things move up and down. And so really tune into this breath of breathing in and things moving up. And then the force of Apana where you breathe out and you really settle. We'll do a lateral bend here. So inhale the arms wide and then exhale, come over to the side. Keeping the right sit bone planted and letting the length come up through the side body, both side bodies. So you don't want to crunch the bottom side either. Really lengthen. If there's anything we gain from our yoga practice, let us hope that it is space and expansion. And in that space and expansion, we're able to find our wholeness and our softness and all these qualities that the fast-paced life of society really pulls us away from. So scooping through this in a forward fold on the exhale, we'll let our fingers reach towards our toes, really open up through that whole back side of the body. And then inhale again, creating space. Again, now from left sit bone up to the right fingertips, moving our body long from both sides, keeping that left sit bone planted. And then just gently flowing with your own breath here. Exhales release you into a forward fold. Inhales lift you into a lateral bend. If it feels good to shut down your eyes, maybe just feel the motion of your body like the rocking of a boat. Softening as you release breath and expanding and lengthening as you breathe in. Just go through a few more flows like this. One more to each side. So first move to the left side, then move to the right side, and just hold here for one more breath, lifting and lengthening through that side body on the inhale. And as you exhale, soften yourself into a forward fold. So if your legs are still engaged, you can just soften the legs, soften your head. And again, don't pull, don't use tension to try to create softness from that pulling motion. Really use the breath. And again, as you inhale, lift gently from this. And as you exhale, just soften into yourself. Walking the hands back towards those legs. And we'll just take a bend in the knees and come onto all fours. Finding some cat-cows, really just working through our spine, through flexion and extension, giving all those ligaments and discs an opportunity to be squeezed and moved around, and then to return again to their original shape. So inhale, drop the belly, lengthen through the chin from the navel up towards the front of your face, and exhale, just rebound and move away from the earth. If a yoga practice is new to you, there's several different variations we can move from here. We can let the heels and hips come to one another as the hips drop back, the elbows drop down, and then you get this really big scooping forward movement. Another option is hip circles, so you can, on the exhale, move those hips to the right, dropping them back, and then like you're making a big upside down C, scooping them to the left, moving forward. Also here, letting our spine almost move like a snake in a really cool S curve. Closing down the eyes. Whatever it is you find your body needs most, stay in that space and just breathe and move and connect to your wholeness of your physical form and of your spirit. When those hips are back to the heels, just pause. Breathe one breath in, just to expand. Let the breath go out to soften. And then on the inhale, just move your body in the other direction. Maybe letting your awareness rest in the wrists or the elbows. But staying with the connection of your body, your breath, and your mind. And again, when your hips find their way back to the heels, soften into a child's pose. So bring the knees wide. Let the navel fall between those knees. Lead with your heart. Paw your arms forward and long. Again, finding that length through the side body. And then soften and surrender the face, the belly, towards the earth. Letting the spine be long. Engage the core. Walk the hands back towards the body. Come on up to a tabletop. We'll do one nice little final twist here. So from tabletop, just inhale the right arm up And then exhale. Don't settle yet. Just weave it under. Thread that needle, softening to the ground. Engage the core. Use the strength of the left arm. Lift up and lengthen one more time. Exhale, soften into this twist here. So let the right shoulder come to the ground. And you have options. You can bring the left arm long like we did in child's pose, or you can externally rotate that left thumb and let your back of your hand find your lower back, or maybe reach all the way around to open that shoulder as your left hand reaches towards the right thigh. And then wherever you find yourself, just settle in, using a few working breaths to feel your spine as the vertebrae twist from one another. Again, really just wringing out the discs, gently moving them away from the compression of gravity, and to stay really stable and let that fluid move around evenly for health. Begin to walk the left hand back towards your face, wherever it is. Use the strength of that left arm. Engage the core. Lift on up one more time. And then exhale, return both hands to the ground. And move to the opposite side. So inhale the left arm up. Exhale, just slowly thread the needle. Arm comes through and under. Engage the core. Lift and lengthen as you breathe in. Maybe come up on the fingertips. And then exhale as you soften towards the earth. Once again, settling into this really gentle twist on the second side. Letting the earth support you, finding that balance of effort and ease. Releasing your hips if they're clinging. Releasing your jaw. And then walking this arm long in front of you, or reaching around and opening that top shoulder. Just coming back to the quality of your breaths and your mind. If judgment or preoccupation has come in, return to the wholeness. Maybe shut down your eyes. And let your cycles of breath serve to remind you of your perfection within your body, exactly as you are. Bringing the right hand now back next to your face. Use the strength of the arm and engage that core. Lift on up one more time. And then exhale, come to the tabletop. And we'll just open up our hip flexors here a little bit more. So we'll come into either a cobra or an up dog. So you can just let those elbows hug close to the ribs as you come on down to the ground. Now you can come to Sphinx if that's enough opening through the front of the body, the elbows directly above the shoulders, hands planted, almost like you're energetically pulling your heart forward and the elbows back. And if that's enough opening through the front body, stay right here. If your glutes are clenched, unclench them. If you want to come up into a cobra, you can just push in through your arms and begin to lift this way. You can do a seal pose, letting the arms be a little bit further away. Just make sure this feels safe for your lower back. Or if you really like the way an up dog opens up the front of your body, this feels really good on my hip flexors. And then push into the ground, lift through those shoulders. Legs are engaged, toes are long behind you, and there should be an opening literally from the big toes all the way up to the chin. And just stay wherever you are for 1 or 2 breaths. And then return the knees to the ground. Engage the core and have a seat. And then if you want to sit, you can sit. I lied. You can go into Shavasana if you want. So we'll just roll right down to our backs if you really want to receive your final relaxation on the backs, which, let's be real, this is the preferred method of where we want to go. And then as you come onto your backs, we'll just scan our bodies as we soften into this place where we get to receive. Let your awareness, let this idea of wholeness really begin to surround and sink into and absorb your feet and your calves and your shins. Letting this tender idea gently wrap you up as it moves through your knees, as it moves through your quads, through your hips, through your pelvis. In all these places you are whole and complete, and you have permission to release anything that is not that. Your awareness gently lifts through your belly, through the spine, through the internal organs, into your heart and your lungs, and everything here is whole and complete and free to release away from you. As your mind moves into your biceps and your triceps, through the elbows, the wrists, the knuckles, all these parts of you are perfect and whole, and they are free to release. Your throat is soft, your mouth and your tongue and your nose and your ears, all the way down to the ends of your hair. All these parts of you are whole and complete and free to soften into all that is, was, and will be. You are safe here. If things come, acknowledge them and invite them to go. You are still and at peace. When it's time to return, I will come for you. and your muscles, all the way down to occupy your cells. Let your breath begin to deepen as you feel your belly expand. As you breathe into your fingers and toes and gently wiggle and wake up these parts. Turning your head left to right. Maybe wiggling the wrists and taking a bend in your knees and inviting your body to roll onto the right or left side into seedling pose. Letting seedling pose remind you that there is always an opportunity for new growth, for renewal, for rebirth, and how you choose to grow and exist in this world is completely up to you. Coming back to a comfortable seated position, lifting your hands to your heart center, and holding space for all that is, the highs, the lows, the compassion, the frustration, and the wholeness of you in that space. If you'd like to join me, we will send this intention out to the greatest and highest good for all. Breathing in through our nose. The light in me sees, loves, and honors the beautiful light in all of you. Thank you so much for sharing your time and your practice and your beautiful energy with me today. Namaste. All right, sweet friends, who's ever out there. Steve and Penelope, hi guys. Thank you again for watching for a second or for 10 seconds or however long you had to join today, but I hope your day is beautiful. I hope you're feeling a little more grounded and connected than I am because I'm out to orbit, but all is well, all is unfolding exactly as it should. Oh, Alex, kisses, my friend. I can't wait to squeeze you in real life. And we will see each other soon. All of you. Have a beautiful day, guys. Bye.